It is 15 minutes till 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Wednesday, July 13th, 2022. And I'm sitting briefly in my office. Benjamin's getting a shower or a bath, and then I will be taking him to go get groceries for he and his children, and I'll get a couple of gallons of milk for us in the house. I don't drink milk. I'm lactose intolerant. I mean, it just is what it is. Nothing I can do about it, and I don't like the flavor enough to go buy the soy milk or any of that stuff, almond milk. That's all crazy stuff. Just got back from taking Linda to breakfast, a very late breakfast. She's in the house laying back down. She's not feeling well at all. I haven't checked on my boys, meaning Matt and Mike, today yet. Gonna do that here shortly. Checked on my son Brandon. My son Chris gave me 20 bucks to give back to him that Bo had loaned to him, and I've got to do that later today. Tomorrow I've got to take Linda and Aurora to Ada, Oklahoma to shop for ladies' unmentionables. Yeah. I had a good night last night. I did take my medication this morning. I'm back to being therapeutic, so I'm functioning like I should be. I'm getting ready, like I said, to take Benjamin to get groceries for his kids. I've done a little bit of thinking about some stuff. You know, like I got an electric bill in a while ago, you know, before Lynn and I went to breakfast, $671 for an electric bill. What are you doing? You got to understand, we're basically running 4 domiciles on this farm. The house behind me is basically 2. Each end of that has a 5.5-ton air conditioning and heating unit on it, plus it's basically 2 homes in one. It's like a giant duplex. Then there's Benjamin's house over there, and he's acquitted. It's a comfortable house, and you've got electricity going through it. Then you've got this office, which I do spend some time in, not as much as I was, but on this billing cycle for the electricity, most of that billing cycle I was in here every day, and it cost money to run that wall unit right there in lights. And I leave a lamp on all the time in here when I'm not in here, and my refrigerator runs constantly. So that adds up. One of these days I could probably get a solar array, but my best friend Jerry and I are a couple of tree huggers. I don't know how to explain it any other way. And I've got huge pecan trees here, and I don't want to cut any of them down, and I'd have to have a solar farm out there to get electricity to power all this. And I'm just not willing to do that. Linda's car is still running really, really well. My son Chris did an immaculate job fixing it, repairing it. And there are things I'd like to do in here today, but they're going to have to wait probably until Friday. One of which is do my music, get it recorded, and get it set. I've lost my train of thought. Man, it is a pain in the gluteus maximus being old. It really is, being forgetful. And I'm old and forgetful. I'm also old, fat, crippled, and ugly, but let's not hold all that against me. I have a friend that is, she lives over in a, no, it just killed somebody else. At least it's not going like that when someone tries to invade my computer. I'm not going to name my friend's name. She lives over east of Sulphur, the city of Sulphur. And I don't know if she's actually in this county or not. But, and I'm not going to name her name. She posts on my Facebook page sometimes, and she's argued with me in private chat, on phone calls, in text on my phone. I'm not going to unfriend her on Facebook, and I'm not going to, but what's the argument about? She proclaims that she's an atheist. Absolutely does not believe in God. And I defy you to prove there is a God. Well, you know, I defy you to prove there isn't one. I thought about that. Everything about our world shows intelligent design. It really does. If you just want to go get a leaf, anywhere, and you pick it up, whether it was just alive or just fell off a tree or whatever, and you look on the bottom, not the top, the bottom, you'll see it's equally proportioned, equally segmented, and the little things that look like veins actually are. They're ventriculus. They're for sending moisture and collecting moisture. And a tree just, to me, proves the existence of a higher power. Human body, likewise. Our brains, likewise. There is no way that she can prove to me we evolved from a common ancestor, which is the evolutionist folks. They still hold that we all are primates and we evolved from monkeys and all that stuff. And that's utter nonsense. It really is. Well, there's just one chromosome or two chromosomes difference between the bonobos monkey or the chimpanzee and humans. You know, if we evolved from, and I need to back up, evolution is a Greek word. It means progressive change. It means change. Yes, things change constantly. But usually when something evolves, it denigrates. It goes down, not up. And if we do have a common ancestor, which is an ape or a chimpanzee or an orangutan, then why can't we use their organs as organ transplants on humans? Oh, we can't. No, we can't. Even using pig organs on a human being to keep a person alive, you have to take anti-rejection drugs. Why is that? Because without chemical interference, you can't just adapt over. You can't become a chimera, not without help. So we had that argument last night in text prior to my going to bed. It didn't keep me up, but I posited some things and threw some things out to her that probably kept her up. You know, the she put out the Big Bang Theory, evolution, billions of years ago this happened, or trillions. First of all, most of those are quote unquote theories. They're not fact. And when someone well, let me tell you why atheists are atheists. The real reason. It's because if there's no God, you can't be held accountable. If you want to go have sex with whomever or whatever you want to have sexual intercourse with, and there's no God, then you're not doing anything wrong. Whether it's being a pedophile, a homosexual, or anything, without God being there, you're unaccountable. That's one. Two, you can take whatever you want from someone else because no one's going to punish you for it. The only thing that could happen if you got caught, the laws of man might put you in jail, or the person you're stealing from might shoot you dead. But then you don't go to heaven or you don't go to hell, you just die. That's number two. And number three, it gives you the ability to have 492 genders. It gives you the ability to be a woman that identifies as a man, or a man that identifies as a woman. And, you know, all of that is pathetic. I'm really kind of apolitical. I don't believe that someone being a Democrat or being liberal is actually a mental illness, any more than I believe someone being a Republican is mental illness. But I will state this: the reason I'm libertarian rather than one of the two major parties is I don't believe the government has any business telling us how to run our personal lives. I don't mean that we all ought to carry a gun out there, you know. Let's go get in a gunfight. I'm a gunfighter. No. What I believe is the government should not be in a position that it tells us what clothes to wear, what foods to eat. Right now, there's a big push by the power elite to turn us into a communist nation, communal nation. And, you know, if you ever looked at Karl Marx's manifesto, and you should, it's where nobody has personal property, everyone works for free, the government provides whatever needs you have, and a few of the powerful elite have the most, and everybody else is a serf or a slave. And that really and truly is what the Communist Manifesto is all about. And there's a lot of people in government, if not most of them, that are, you know, of the members of Congress as of 10 years ago, I don't know what it is now, 166 members, and they crossed both major parties, were registered communist or registered socialist or registered democratic socialist. Well, you have folks in public office that have never done anything else as far as being employed other than being a politician. And they've been in there their entire life. And I'm not going to name names. You can do your own research, but there's a bunch of them in there. They get drunk with power, and in some cases, like the Speaker of the House, they get drunk, period. But the thing you've got to remember, and I'll close with this, there is a God. He's large, and He still is in charge. And He loves you. He does. Now, I got to get off of here. This crippled old fat libertarian loves all of you with my whole heart. I want God to bless you abundantly, and like that sign right there says, Be kind. Bye.